Billionaires do not have the power. You do. Politicians, they don't have the power. At least as much as you think they have. You have the power. You gave them the power. Take it back. Billionaires have what I call a slave trade, which is invisible to the untrained eye or people who do not think beyond what they see. Okay? I'm going to explain it to you. What I mean is that think about the transatlantic slave trade, where they picked up slaves in Africa, took them to the Caribbean, North America, working plantations, right? Harvested their energy through farming, took those resources, sugar, um, tobacco, back to Europe to garner wealth, right? So it's Africa, Caribbean, Europe. Africa, Caribbean, Europe. So why it's called a transatlantic slave trade. In today's modern world, that slave trade is currently going on. You just can't see it. I'm going to explain it to you. What billionaires do is they get investors, right, and venture capitalists, create services and goods, use your energy, and take that money back to themselves. You see it? Same triangle. Okay, so starting here, get investors, venture capitalists, create goods and service, which you buy and work to support, and they harvest that money back to themselves. You see the slave trade? It's the same thing. Very similar. It's not a physical thing. So most people do not think it exists, but it does exist, right? So it's really using your own energy against you. Okay? Now, Joe Biden said this, and I believe it's true. Nothing can destroy America besides America itself. And you can see that playing out in real time, currently, right now, today. You gave these people the power. You understand? And if you want to keep it a buck, if you think about slaves who were captured in some countries in Africa, no European knew those terrains, right? Not a lot of Europeans knew those terrains in Africa and those countries to pull up with a ship, capture people, and just take off. They did it through using the same black people in Africa by gifting them gunpowders, right? Gunpowder, tobacco, gold, and anything of value. And black people would capture other blacks and sell them to Europeans. That happened a lot. It's not a secret. Okay? So, how does this matter? Well, it matters because you're using your favorite celebrities and influencers to advertise whatever gift, service, and product they offer. And since it's your favorite celebrity or influencer, you do believe it's true, and then you feed into their slave trade. You feed into the slave trade. So it's let's attract investors, let's create goods and services that they need. Let's harness this wealth and take it back to ourselves. Same thing. Capture slaves, take them to the Caribbean, work, harvest their own energy, take it back to Europe. Same thing. You understand? So you're living in a society that is created that you do need certain things. Okay, explains why a lot of people move off grid also, because they realize what I'm telling you. So that's the society you live in. You do need certain things because they created for you to need certain things, right? Let me give you an example. Who owns the company that makes these? Do you know that? That's my point. But guess what? You do need your phone to be charged, right? So guess what? You're going to run to the store and you're going to grab one of these and you don't care who made it, right? Right. Who owns Facebook? That you do know. You do know who owns Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so what a lot of these investors do, this is where they go. Because they know if you find out, this is the route they go. They go this route because they know if you find out, you can possibly hurt their business, which is something you see happening currently with Facebook and Instagram, where people are bailing out of it like drones because they're finding out what these billionaires are really doing. They're harnessing your attention and time. Okay? They're harnessing your attention and time and collecting an enormous amount of data and using that data and your energy against you. So you're really killing yourself. That's what it comes down to. You don't have to be a physicist or a chemist to figure this out. You're really hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself because they're harnessing your power through you, taking it to them and using it against you. Okay? That's what's happening in real time. You don't have time to look up who owns this company that makes these chargers. Okay? But the ones you do have time, they invest in small things. The ones you do have time to look up and find out who owns these companies, right? And find out if it's these billionaires that are hurting you through their influence, through policy or politics. It could be this thread. It doesn't matter. Everybody needs clothes to wear. So threads are going to sell. They invest in those small things. Microscopic investment. This is what they do because they know the average thinking person do not pay attention to these things. So they could just go out and do whatever. So how you break the back of the camel? You stop supporting them. That's what you do. Find out the things they own and invest in and stop supporting it. Okay? If it means that you have to move away from using certain goods and services and try alternate methods, do that. And let me tell you something. You may think you're one person, you're not going to affect them. You will affect them. And you will effect change. Okay? That's what you've got to do. Take your power back. You gave your own power to them through jobs, working, voting, elections, all this other stuff. And now they're showing you that, you know what, we really didn't care, which is something they told you initially. But for some reason you didn't believe. You're believing it now. You understand? Because billionaires do not care about poor. Get that here. Let it stay in your brain and 10,000 generations to come inside their head. Billionaires do not care about poor. They cater to other billionaires and other rich. That's it. It's not a debate. It's not a negotiation. That's how they see things. Right? So as long as you don't see that and understand that concept, you will forever making them more rich. You will forever be buying products that they invest in, feeding the monster that's destroying you. Feeding the monster that's destroying you. You understand? That's what you're going to continue to do. So your best bet is to seek out what they're into and do not support it. Do not support it. That's the impact you can make. You understand what I'm saying? And another thing, people who had anything to do with this BS that you see going on, that's impacting the world currently, right? You have billionaires that are sending out social media messages that's damaging to the public. You asked for this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? It's not too late. There's still something you can do. Take your power back and stop supporting them. Okay? Take your power back and stop supporting them. I hope this video can impact necessary change and add value to your thoughts so you could think about what you're doing, quit doing things that in return will hurt you, and develop some sort of foresightedness so you can see further than looking on your phone screen. Okay? This is Big Muscle. I'm always on the hustle. Be safe, stay safe. Catch me in the next video. Peace.